Months from now, most people watching this video will be in the exact position they're in today. Same income, same habits, same excuses, not because they didn't want to change, but because they never actually committed to doing the work that forces change. Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. 6 months is more than enough time to change your entire life, but only if you stop lying to yourself about what that actually requires. Today, I'm going to break down the exact system that works. No motivation, no hype, no fake grind nonsense. If you follow this, your life will look different by the end of this year. If you don't, nothing changes. Just a reminder though, if you're truly serious about change and becoming who you're meant to be, check out my links in the description and book a call with me. Now, most people think they're stuck because they're unlucky. They're not. They're stuck because they're undisciplined, unfocused, and addicted to comfort. They keep waiting for clarity, confidence, motivation, the right time. None of those come first. Action comes first. And the biggest mistake people make is trying to overhaul their entire life at once. New routines, new goals, new mindset, new everything. That fails every time. Real change doesn't come from doing more. It comes from cutting everything down to what actually matters and executing without negotiation. So let's get into it. This is your 6-month reset, the no BS version. Phase 1. Decide who you're becoming, not what you want. Here's where most people mess up immediately. They say things like, I want more money. I want to be disciplined. I want confidence. Those aren't goals, they're wishes. Instead, ask this question: who am I becoming over the next 6 months? Not what do I want? Who do you act like? How do you spend your time? What do you tolerate and what do you cut? Some examples might be, I want to be someone who trains whether they feel like it or not, or someone who builds skills instead of consuming content, or somebody who follows through with everything they do, someone who doesn't negotiate with excuses. This matters because your identity dictates behavior. How you do one thing is how you'll do everything. You don't rise to goals, you fall to standards. I've put together a PDF to help guide you through the phases. Drop me a comment through email and I'll send it out to you. Let's get on with phase 2. Pick one lever that actually moves the needle. Here's the harsh truth. Most people are busy, but useless. They're working on 5 things at once and progressing in none. You don't need balance, you need focus. So ask yourself, if I only improved one thing for the next 6 months, what would make everything else easier? It's usually one of these 3 things. A high income skill, improve your physical health, improve your income, improve your environment. Pick one, not 2, not 3, one. Then stop pretending the others matter right now. Focus wins always. Phase 3. Build a daily system you can't escape. Motivation's unreliable. Systems are not. Your life today is the result of what you do by default. So you need one non-negotiable daily action. Something you do when you're tired, when you're busy, when you don't feel like it. An example might be 60 minutes of learning and practicing a skill, 45 minutes of training, 1 hour of building something that compounds. Not 5 habits, not a perfect morning routine, one thing every day. You miss a day? That might be okay, but don't miss 2. That's how discipline's built, not through intensity, but through consistency under boredom. Your phase 4, cut the inputs that are weakening you. Most people don't have an effort problem. They've got an attention problem. They're overstimulated, distracted, and constantly comparing themselves to people they'll never meet. So here's the rule. If it doesn't help you become your 6th-month future self, it's gone. That means less social media, less YouTube consumption, less scrolling, less research. Information that doesn't change your life. Execution does. And the fastest way to execute more is to remove the noise. Phase 5, create pressure so you can't stay the same. Here's something important. You don't change when you're comfortable. You change when staying the same becomes painful. You need pressure, real pressure. You need to be cornered. Some examples are public deadlines. I remember when I was doing Ironman once, I told everybody I knew that I was going to be on the start line in New Zealand on March, whatever it was. And I knew every single one of those people would be on me every day. And so that got me there. It might be some financial stakes you set up for yourself. Maybe accountability you can't dodge. A launch date that forces you into action, like starting your own business. Comfort's dangerous, but pressure sharpens you. This is why most people quit, though, because it's uncomfortable. That's also why most people never change, because of being uncomfortable. And the final phase, phase 6, lock in the identity. By this point, something shifts. You're not trying anymore, you're just doing. Your standards are higher, your tolerance for excuses is lower, your old habits don't even feel tempting. This is where people sabotage themselves because success feels unfamiliar. Don't let it. Instead, raise the baseline, keep the system, increase the difficulty slightly. You're not done. You're just no longer weak in the same ways. What 6 months actually does, let's be clear. 6 months ain't going to turn you into a superhero, but it will give you momentum. It's going to build real confidence. It's going to change how you see yourself, and it's going to separate you from 90% of the other people. Most people waste 6 months accidentally. You can use 6 months deliberately. That's the difference. Here's your final directive. Here's what you do today. Decide who you're becoming. Pick one lever. Choose one daily non-negotiable and start immediately, even if it's imperfectly. No journaling, no waiting, no getting ready. 6 months is coming whether you act or not. The only question is whether you'll still be making excuses when it arrives. Now, I want to thank you for listening. I hope this really helped you out. And of course, we know the only true way to reach your ultimate you is to work with a coach. Click my link in the description, book a call, and learn how really to ensure you're going to get where you want to be. Catch you in the next video.